Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the Onside Kicks NBA playoff first round kind of preview. And in this part 2, we're going to go over the New York Knicks, the 7th seed, playing the 2nd seed, the Miami Heat. And Dave, going into the series, you got a couple of key topics. One, Jeremy Lin, expected to not be back until the second round if they get there.
Right.
Two, how Carmelo and Stoudemire are going to gel or clash in this series. And three, what I think the most important topic is, we've seen this from the Heat, especially in the home game they played in Chicago against the Bulls. Well, it was a home game for the Chicago Bulls. I just think the Miami Heat look tired. They look really tired.
I don't agree. I think they kind of hit their cap out point already. They're like, all right, regular season's done like a week before the season even ended. They were kind of like, let's get into playoff mode. I'm sick of this regular season garbage.
Well, I mean, how can you not think that they're tired? The one thing I remember flashing back to our reaction video of that night when the Bulls played the Miami Heat in Chicago, late in the game, LeBron James just saying like, "Ah, fuck it. I'm tired. I'm going to take a jumper." Bosh having a clear lane.
Yeah.
And just going, "Oh, I'm just going to shoot a three that."
I think they're tired from playing 40 minutes a night. I don't think they're going to be tired when the playoffs start.
I don't know. I just think that the Miami Heat, to me, need to show me that they're the Miami Heat that everyone thinks they are.
The Miami Heat didn't have to prove anything in the regular season, though. Their job is all in the playoffs. Everybody knows it. Nobody gives a shit what anybody does in the regular season, as we've seen from the Spurs getting eliminated first round with the best record. The Bulls now win a championship, best record. I mean, regular season doesn't mean anything anymore, and it's the Heat are just a playoff team. They're just wait and see. That's what everything rides on.
The one thing I'm thinking, and the only thing that I think plays into the Heat's hand with this is
what?
The scheduling. This year in the NBA, it's been a real weird year where sometimes you're playing 3 nights in a row, 3 different teams.
Yeah.
Now you're going into a more comfortable schedule where it's okay, we got to focus on one team. We play a game here, one night off. Play here, maybe get 2 nights off here.
Yeah.
One to travel.
Yeah, it's back to a normal schedule for them. I think that helps them out. But I just see them having too big an advantage here. I mean, they've got 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, the Knicks are going to get destroyed in this series.
I don't think they're going to get destroyed because Carmelo Anthony is a completely different Carmelo Anthony than we
has been playing this last month. If you get a monthly MVP, it would be Melo for this last month.
Well, let's just give him Player of the Month for the Eastern Conference.
Definitely. This guy's throwing up so many points. I mean, he's putting the team on his back.
He's kind of playing with a chip on his shoulder, I think, because
he's actually showing up on defense.
New coach, defense. Because you got to think of this. Everyone's been talking about, LeBron James this. LeBron James can't win a championship.
Yeah.
And Carmelo Anthony has kind of been, I think, covered up by that. You got to think, Carmelo Anthony in Denver didn't do much, and since coming to New York, he hasn't won a championship like everyone thought he would.
Well, they also thought they'd have CP3. That didn't quite pan out. But no, I mean, the Knicks, like you said, okay, they've got Melo, they got Murray, they've got J.R. Smith, they've got pieces there.
You're missing one key piece, and it's a defensive piece. An ex-NBA champion, Tyson Chandler.
Chandler's huge.
Chandler's going to be key in this series.
But the thing, I don't see key because the Heat's game isn't in the paint, and that's what Chandler shuts down.
No, but with the Heat, they have the option to, when you get LeBron and D Wade going, sometimes teams focus into them, and then LeBron James will be like, "Oh, Haslam, here you go." Tyson Chandler, no matter if you start focusing on LeBron James, Tyson Chandler is going to take Haslam completely out of the game. I'm just using Haslam as an example.
Though. If the Heat don't get to use Haslam, I'm not real worried about their playoff chances. Chandler, top defender in the paint in the league, I'd say. But I can see Wade still driving into the paint, no issues. I see LeBron James, still no issues. I see Bosh maybe taking a little hit from this.
See, this is what I like. The key, everyone says, the key to beating the Heat, force them to make jump shots.
Yeah.
Make them beat you. And I think with Tyson Chandler, the Knicks are going to say, hey, if you're going to come into the paint, it's going to kind of be like old school basketball. Or
Knock them down.
if you come into the paint, you're getting knocked on the floor. I don't care if I get
We'll
fouled
see.
out of the game.
That's on the refs then. We'll see how they're calling hard penalties.
And I think with the Heat are going to have to make their jump shots to win the series. I'm going to be ballsy. I'm saying Knicks in 7.
I think you're insane. I'm going to go Heat in 5. I don't see the Knicks without a true point guard being able to win this series.
See, but I think that you look at the same thing with the Heat. They don't need a true point guard. Melo can run that offense.
I agree. Melo can run that offense, but the Heat have LeBron James who can play all 5 positions. They have D Wade who can play point guard when needed to, and Mario Chalmers steps up pretty well too. So I honestly think the Heat just have too much talent to be knocked out in the first round.
I don't know. The one thing I'm thinking is there's only 2 teams in this Eastern Conference that I think come close to knocking off the Miami Heat. And that's obviously the Chicago Bulls have the talent to.
Yeah, if they're healthy.
And I think the Knicks this year, they're a little bit underrated, I'm going to say. Most people are basically passing them up and saying, hey, we're going to give the Heat this respect that they deserve. When I think the Knicks are going to come in and say, hey, what about us?
Enjoy your own opinion. I'll see the Heat in the second round.
Well, you know what? Because me and Dave got so argumentative on this, you guys tell us what you think. Do you think the Heat are going to win in 5 and 6? Do you think the Knicks could pose an upset? Tell us what you think. Don't forget to check out our other playoff videos as we break down each series going into round 1. And like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TheOnsideKick.